Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. Don't mind all the light over there, it's just really bright out and I don't want to close the blinds because it's like 95 degrees and I have a fan blowing air out the window right there, so if I put the blinds down to make it easier on your eyes, I'm just going to start sweating and that's just not good for anybody. The source of this information comes from a smart device application on this day. The music in the background is Out Here by Kasger, which I found on the YouTube channel No Copyright Sounds, aka NCS. For links to the app, music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? Today is Friday, aka Friday, July 22nd, 2016. In 2013, a series of earthquakes in Dingxi, China caused the deaths of at least 89 people and injured over 500 others. In 2003, members of the 101st Airborne of the United States, aided by Special Forces, assaulted a compound in Iraq, murdering Saddam Hussein's sons Uday and Qusay along with Mustafa Hussein, Qusay's 14-year-old son, and a bodyguard. In 1992, near Medellin, Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar escaped from his luxury prison, fearing extradition to the United States. In 1983, martial law in Poland was officially revoked. In 1976, Japan completed its last reparation to the Philippines for war crimes committed during Imperial Japan's conquest of the country in the Second World War. In 1963, Crown Colony of Sarawak gained self-governance. In 1962, during the Mariner program, the Mariner 1 spacecraft flew erratically for several minutes after launch and had to be destroyed. In 1944, the Polish Committee of National Liberation published its manifesto, starting the period of communist rule in Poland. In 1943, during World War II, Allied forces led by General George S. Patton captured... In 1943, during World War II, Allied forces led by General George S. Patton captured the Italian city of Palermo in Sicily. In 1942, during the Holocaust, the systematic deportation of Jews from the Warsaw Ghetto began. In 1937, the U.S. Senate voted down President Franklin D. Roosevelt's proposal to add more justices to the Supreme Court of the United States. In 1931, John Dillinger, Public Enemy No. 1, was murdered by FBI agents outside Chicago's Biograph Theater. In 1933, aviator Wiley Post returned to Floyd Bennett Field in New York, New York, completing the first solo flight around the world in 7 days, 18 hours, and 49 minutes. In 1894, the first ever motor race was held in France between the cities of Paris and Rouen. The fastest finisher was the Comet Jules Albert de Dion, but the official victory was awarded to Albert Lemaitre, whom was driving his 3-horsepower petrol engine Peugeot. In 1802, Emperor Gaia-Long conquered Hanoi and unified Vietnam, which had experienced centuries of feudal warfare. In 1796, surveyors of the Connecticut Land Company named an area in Ohio Cleveland after General Moses Cleveland, the superintendent of the surveying party. In 1793, Alexander Mackenzie reached the Pacific Ocean, becoming the first recorded human to complete a transcontinental crossing of North America. In 1706, the Acts of Union 1706 were agreed upon by commissioners from the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of Scotland, which, when passed by each country's parliaments, led to the creation of the Kingdom of Great Britain. In 1686, Albany, New York, was formally chartered as a municipality by Governor Thomas Dongan. In 1587, a second group of English settlers arrived on Ronake Island off North Carolina to re-establish the deserted Ronake colony. And in 1099, during the First Crusade, Godfrey of Bouillon was elected the first defender of the Holy Sepulchre of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. First, Fandango, 1981. I wonder if he sued that movie ticket website yet. David Spade, 1964. Bob Dole, 1923. And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested. Don't forget to look right and left and rate 5 thumbs and subscribe for your dose of past events daily. I'm Alexander, and you are you. Toodles!